Y'all, there is some hullabaloo. There is some hullabaloo unfolding, okay? Look, Twitter has like a generative AI bot that is like part of the platform, right? Its name is spelled Grok. I guess it's pronounced Grok. If that is incorrect, then my sincerest apologies because I don't want no problems when the computers revolt, okay? So, look, that was an honest mistake. But, y'all, people on Twitter be using this thing. Not me. Y'all know I don't mess with AI, okay? So not me, but other people on Twitter be adding this thing all the time. Like literally, it will be the slowest stuff. Somebody will be like, "Hey Grok, did this really happen?" Go look it up. Like you don't need like what are we talking about here? Like, huh? But anyway, y'all, anyway, there is now a trend of men commenting under women's pictures on Twitter and saying, "Hey Grok, remake this picture with the woman naked," and all types of other weird stuff, y'all. And we about to get into this. I've been watching this unfold for the past like day and a half or 2 days. And honestly, it's going from bad to worse. And y'all are probably wondering, like, how could it have gone from bad to worse? Like, this is already pretty terrible that guys are prompting this AI to generate pictures of women unclothed and in bikinis and stuff, right? When that's not the pictures that they posted, right? But y'all, it has gotten even worse because now they are prompting Grok to produce child images, okay? That's the way I'm going to word that because YouTube be picking and choosing and will demonetize me, okay? But y'all, I'm saying that to say I've seen a lot of people adding Elon Musk like, "Hey, you need to take this chat bot, excuse me. You need to take this thing down. Like, this is out of control. Like, fix this, do something, right?" And there has not yet been a response that I've seen. At the time of me recording this video, Grok is still up and running. I have not seen like it be disabled or anything like that. This is still an issue. It's a mess. Now, we got to get into this, of course, but first of all, before we get more deeply into this, let me point out that the guys I've been seeing prompting Grok to, do these grotesque things to women and children have not been black men. Let me point that out real quick, real fast, and real in a hurry, okay? Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and say that black men are perfect. That's not what I'm saying, right? All men have their flaws, but I'm pointing this out because you all like to use black people as a scapegoat. Because let's be real, if this was a bunch of black guys prompting Grok to do these foul things, you all be hooting and hollering about the degenerate culture of black people and so and so and so. There needs to be a cultural reset, yada, yada, yada. But when y'all do stuff like this, nobody attributes it to y'all culture or says y'all are subhuman or anything like that. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Like, the math don't quite connect there for me. Now, my next thing is this, right? If this was really just about seeing naked women, then these guys would just go watch porn or subscribe to an OnlyFans. There are women out here bending it over and busting it wide for a $3 a month subscription. Like, there is no shortage of these actual images, right? If these guys just wanted to see naked women, they would just go do that, right? But that's not what this is about. And something I said had to be about like a year or two ago. I believe I said this on YouTube, right? I said that, like, I think I was talking about rape, right? I said it's not even about a man being attracted to you. That's not what it's about. It's about a power thing. It really is. And I don't remember what I was replying to or what made me think that or whatever. But this is the same thing, right? Because if it was just about men being attracted to women, they could go find attractive women on OnlyFans. Or if you ain't trying to pay the $3 a month, go to Pornhub or whatever, right? It's out there for the picking, okay? If that's what it was about. But that's not what it's about. It's about taking a woman's choice away and humiliating her. That's what this is about. Because my thing is this, right? Y'all will sit around and tell women to cover up and be modest and be this and be that, right? And then when a woman does cover up on the internet, y'all are sitting there telling Grok to put her in a bikini and make her naked and stuff. Like, what do we actually like? I'm confused, but not really though. All this boils down to, quite literally, is the fact that again, you all want women to be humiliated. That's what it's about. Because yeah, if it was about you seeing naked women, you would go look at all of the naked women who are already consensually on the internet, right? So it can't be about you wanting to see naked women. It's about you, again, wanting to humiliate women. Because have you ever noticed, right, with the women who are on OnlyFans consensually, right, like who are actually like, oh yeah, you can come see ABC or XYZ if you subscribe, whatever, right? Y'all call them whores and this and that and so and so and so, right? But then the women who are not doing that, who are posting pictures covered up and stuff, y'all take the pictures and y'all uncover them, like, or you edit them to seem uncovered. Because I get, like, it's not actually the woman's body, it's generative AI, but y'all get my point, right? I say this all the time, bro. I say this all the time. I had to come to this realization when I was like 19 or 20 years old, right? A man may sit there and tell you that he only hates some women, but he hates all of us. And you know, it's very similar. I say all the time, it's not possible for a white person or a non-black person to hate some black people. They hate all black people. See, a lot of black people fall for this, and I'm tearing up, y'all. I'm finna get to preaching. Wait, a lot of black people fall for this, right? This divide and conquer thing where white people will say, oh yeah, like, I don't like black Americans, but I like black Africans because, you know, their culture is more conservative, whatever, right? Whatever. And a lot of black people fall for this stuff. They really do. Not just Africans. I'm not singling y'all out or anything. That was just like, you know, an example I was sharing, right? But I stress to them, it is not possible for a white person to hate some black people. They hate all of us, and they're just manipulating the situation so that they are not the bad guy in it, right? And it's the same thing, y'all. I went through this growing up, right? Growing up, I was the biggest prude ever. And I am still a bit of a prude. I am, right? But men told me that that made me better than other girls and better than other women because I was modest and, you know, I wasn't a hoe and so and so and so, right? And I really internalized that and I really believed it. When I tell y'all I was a prude, I'm not even joking. Like, nowadays, I wear, you know, like, I wear, like, shorts that are above the knee, and I wear crop tops and stuff. But back then, when I was a teenager and in my early adulthood, no. Like, my shorts had to hit the knee, preferably below the knee. But I'd be a little immodest and let it be above the knee sometime, you know, if I couldn't find nothing below the knee, right? And when I tell you, like, I would never wear a crop top, that was just too revealing to me, right? Like, when I tell you I was really seriously a prude, like, I'm not even joking, right? And again, men told me that this made me better than other girls and it made me better than other women. So I would put people down, other girls and other women, you know, depending on what age I was, right? I would put them down all the time. I'd be like, bitch, you a hoe. That's exactly why that man treats you that way. And you deserve it. Look at how you carry yourself, right? I really would, right? And then finally, one day on Facebook, I had like a meltdown. And like I said, I was like 20 years old at this time, right? But men kept inboxing me the craziest, foulest, nastiest stuff, right? Like, they would be like, oh yeah, what them lips do? I want to see them dick sucking lips all around my dick. So. And I was just like, what the fuck? Where is this coming from? Because that's not how I carry myself, right? Like, I don't carry myself like a hoe. So why are you treating me like one, right? So again, on Facebook, I made a status, had a whole meltdown. And I'm like, why are y'all sending me stuff like this? I don't post provocative pictures. I don't talk about sex on my page. Why are you all talking to me this way, right? And would y'all believe the comments? Because on Facebook, you know, I didn't know all of my friends at the time. Because back then, that's back when folks would have 5,000 friends and it would be a bunch of randoms, right? There were a bunch of guys in the comments saying, well, what did you do to deserve that? You must have said something or did something. There's no way these guys are just, you know, coming at you like that for no reason. And when I got those comments, I realized it doesn't actually matter how I carry myself. These men treat all women like this. Like, that was really like an eye-opening moment for me. That is when I realized it does not matter how you carry yourself as a woman. If a man hates women, he's going to treat all women the same. It just is what it is, right? And honestly, I feel very bad for women, period, but especially teenagers. Because at least adult men, you know, don't get me wrong, they're going to get on the fake page and probably get away with it too. But they probably going to be a little bit more like, you know, apprehensive to do something foul because they understand there's going to be legal repercussions taken against them, and there may be some negative consequences, maybe, right? But you know, teenagers do anything. Teenagers do anything, right? And I'm thinking back to when I was a teenager, right? There was a guy who, because I used to be in these Facebook groups trolling and stuff, you know, whatever, right? And there was a guy who was from Detroit too. Now, I did not know him in person, but we were both in this group and we were both from Detroit, right? And these people in this group, they used to be trying to be bullies. Oh, they really did used to be trying to be bullies. And looking back, it's because they were fucking losers in real life. So clearly they would get on the internet and just act like they was big dog, right? My thing is, can't nobody bully me. And my thing is, I love to bully bullies. Now, I'm not going to bully, you know, a random person who's minding their business. But if you think you a bully, bitch, I will bully you, okay? So I used to be flame broiling these niggas. I was like Robin Hood. I was doing good for the poor. Like, they used to be in there flaming people. And, you know, back then, colorism was a big thing. So I came in that group, and they thought they was going to flame me because I was dark-skinned. I was also skinny as fuck. I was not bad-bodied, but I was definitely, like, awkwardly skinny. You know what I'm saying? And I flamed them niggas. I was like, y'all got the wrong motherfucking one. Like, bitch, line it up. What? So I was in there flaming these niggas, right? And there was this one dude from Detroit. He couldn't say nothing to me because I was funny as fuck. And I mean, I wasn't ugly. It's crazy because back then they swore I was ugly, but that was just colorism, right? So he started lying and saying that him and his friends had ran a train on me, right? Like, literally, some dudes I never even met. And at the time, I had never had sex before, right? So I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? So he's saying this shit like he's really saying it like it happened. He's not saying, oh, I'm trolling or nothing, right? He's really trying to convince people that this happened, right? Now, that was back in like 2011 or something, right? So back at that time, I said, okay, bitch, post the video then. Since y'all ran the train, post the video. You know what I'm saying? It got to be some proof or something. And of course, he couldn't post any proof of it because, again, that was back in like 2011, right? But nowadays, somebody could AI generate a picture or a video or whatever of you, right? Like back then, exposing nudes was a big thing, right? But nowadays, somebody could expose your nudes that you never even sent. They could generate AI nudes of you and post them, right? Because again, this shit doesn't have to be rooted in reality. Just like those guys in my inbox, they were not in my inbox because of anything that I said or anything like that, right? They were simply in my inbox because it's just about humiliating women and harassing us, right? So they don't give a fuck if the nudes are fake. They don't give a fuck if the sex tape is fake. They're gonna AI generate it and spread it like it's real just because, again, the point is to humiliate you. Because if it wasn't about that, then they could go online and get the free videos of women who are willingly busting it open or whatever and look at that and spread that and don't nobody give a damn, right? But it's not about access. It's about humiliation. Now, I didn't even get into the child images that people have been having Grok generate, right? I was talking about the woman images this whole time, right? But somebody posted a quotation, and this had to be like from like the 1970s or something, when computers were just like really beginning and everything, right? And it said something along the lines of, a computer should never be used to make a managerial decision because a computer cannot be held accountable, right? And I said, that is such a good point, because realistically, okay, now in this case, it's a bit more clear cut, right? Because, people are telling the Grok to generate these images, right? So yeah, the people who gave Grok these prompts should be held accountable. Okay, that's the first thing. But hold up, I'm gonna get back to that in a second, because wait a sec, right? But what if in the case of like a self-driving car, it causes an accident, it kills somebody or something? Who goes to jail for that, right? People were saying, oh, well, they'll find the company. Okay, but who goes to jail for that? I guess nobody. Nobody goes to jail for that, right? And now let's get back to, okay, people were feeding Grok. It's still happening, present tense, these prompts, so they should be the ones who are held accountable, right? What if there are other bots feeding Grok these prompts, though? Because we all know there's plenty of bots online, plenty of them, right? So then what do? Who is held accountable for the generation of these images? Y'all want to know the last point I'm making this video, right? It does not matter how far technology progresses, it always comes back to the same exact thing: some racist shit and some misogynistic shit. quite literally, I just made a video about how white people keep using generative AI to basically put on minstrel shows, to make fake videos of fake black characters talking about, oh, now that the EBT is cut so and so and so, right? Like they're literally using it as propaganda. It's the same way back 100 years ago they used the newspapers as propaganda, right? They used all their minstrel videos and cartoons as propaganda, right? I literally made a video about this just a couple days ago, like literally, right? And now we see this unfolding with women, right? And it's like literally, it doesn't matter how far technology progresses, it always gets back to its roots. We always come back to this point. And somebody is going to come to the comments like, why does everything have to be about race? Why does everything have to be about gender? Well, you tell me, dumb doodle head.